This is the only podcast where like we get fucked up and then forget to do our job, and then we're just like, well, that's the episode, and then the sponsors are like, that was a good episode. What's been happening is we've been
too high?
Yeah, we get too high and we start talking, we start having fun, and then it's like, podcast is about to wrap up. We're like, oh shit, we fucking didn't get to any of the fucking rounds. This is the only podcast where like we get fucked up and then forget to do our job, and then we're just like, well, that's the episode, and then the sponsors are like, that was a good episode.
As long as they're happy, man. Fuck it.
They're like, the stuff works.
But it's just so you and I that it's like perfect.
Yeah, and it works out perfectly.
I mean, you can tell them what you forgot today, Frank.
Oh yeah, no, now I can fully admit everything that I forgot. So I booked this spot for Wednesday instead of today because I booked this last night when I was high as shit because I fucking waited to the last minute. And then we get here, we get everything set up, and thank God Mike is the fucking man. Mike is the best, and I love Third Wheel Podcast. Thank you so much. Shout out. Fucking put this together in fucking no time. And then you were like, all right, I'm heading out in a minute. And I was like, huh? And I looked, and I told you 4 p.m.
Frank.
Yes, sir.
So I'm sitting here like,
I clocked out of work early. I told my boss, man, I got a family thing.
I tagged you and shit. You know what I mean?
It's fine.
It's like family, dog.
It's family. Yeah.
But
Comedy
you know
store
what?
family.
It feels real great to be able to, just fuck up and just have everyone really cover for me. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. God, I'm dumb. Well, welcome to Peaked. This is a great podcast. My name is Frank Castillo. We film here at the amazing Third Wheel Podcast studio. This is my co-host, JP Noto. What's up?
What's up, dog?
Today's guest, the very funny, very cool Eddy Torres. Did you get that last name right?
Torres, yes.
Perfect. I got to learn how to roll that
Yeah,
on.
Torres. You're
are-
Castillo, man. You got to know how to
I
roll your
know.
R's.
It's the
You can just
sacrifice I
fake
had
it.
to make.
You got to fake it. Like I fake pretend that I'm Mexican while I'm here in LA. It's easier than explaining that I'm Cuban.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you got to fit in where you can. You know what I mean? Yeah. I remember when my drama teacher cast me as like the Mexican lover guy in some play, and he was like, "So do like the accent." And I was like, "Oh, I can't do that." And he was so disappointed.
As he should be.
Absolutely.
You should at least have it in in your back pocket.
Yeah, I wish I could.
They just had some white kid.
Yeah. There was actually a white. It was Luke Schwartz. He pulled up and fucking rolled his R's. We'll get into this.
Sure.
What is this? Oh no, wait. Yeah, we're just tasting. We're just testing. Yeah, we're just tasting.
Smoking some marijuana.
Yeah, we're just smoking some marijuana.
Oh, okay.
Did you double tap?
Double tap.
There we go. All right, yeah. So tell us. This is the first time you've never dabbed, right?
So I dabbed once.
Tell us about it.
So I was selling beer in Florida,
Okay.
and I was doing my
I feel
rounds.
like a Florida dab is
This is different.
way
Dude,
different.
They're both
than-
different.
So I'm doing my rounds. I hit one of my accounts, and the owner's like, "Hey, man, you want to blaze?" And in my brain, I'm like, "Yeah, I want to smoke weed, sure." And he takes me to upstairs, and he pulls out this enormous rig. And I'm like, "What the fuck are you smoking, dude?" And he's like, "No, it's dabs." I'm like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it." Fucking torch and the thing with the the stick.
Titanium, like red hot.
Yeah, all of that. So then I just hit it like a bong because it looked like a bong. So I'm like, and the guy's like, "Oh no!" I'm like,
Yep. The oh no.
and coughed for like 15 minutes straight. Had an out of body experience.
So when you hit that, just sip it like a milkshake. It's ready. Go ahead. You don't have to hit it like a bong. Just take as much as you like, and then just enjoy the flavor. Yeah. So you're like you said you're like a beer snob. So this is kind of like the show that we created because like JP is a fucking huge rosin weed head, and he's kind of I would say you're a self-described snob.
How dare you?
And so yeah, with this it's like with the PUFFCOs, it's electronic. you control the temperature. You really get to like taste and really get to like experience the nice rosin. You're not fucking dying on a huge thing. Yeah.
Dude, the coughing session that I had with that first dab, I almost died.
Yeah.
And the best part is I had to go visit a 5-star chef afterwards and come up with a 5-course meal paired with different beers. Blasted out of my mind. Like, I couldn't even keep my eyes open. He's like, so what do you think about the lamb? I'm like,
I can't think about
beautiful.
anything.
I love it. No, this is great. So is there a word for the weed snobs yet?
No, not really. I think people have always kind
It'll
of
get there.
Like, yeah, for sure. There will definitely be like an official sommelier program at some point in time, I'm sure.
You think so? Do you?
I
but,
guarantee
but do you
someone like Colorado is going to be like, I have the perfect idea.
think? Do you think it'll be like? But do you think those people will be like respected?
I think
You gotta
depends.
make a program out of it.
Yeah, it's
You
got
gotta
to
have
be
certifications.
Because like Oaksterdam, like was a college they
Yeah,
opened
I
up,
remember.
and like I don't know if it's still running, but like so a lot of people came out of it. It's like cool, you learned that, but a lot of people who were like in cannabis and learned on the streets are like, what the fuck do you go to school for?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't do like okay.
Yeah. But also
so
like
it really kind of depends.
I feel
But I
like-
think with like sommelier stuff, it's a little different because you can like teach someone to taste certain notes
Mm-hmm.
or like walk people through like lineages of strains so they know what notes should be showing up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mean definitely.
Yeah.
But I think like you said, you got to make it like a way to like legitimize it and like
Yeah,
make
you
a
gotta
program
have
out of it.
paperwork. I mean, I've paperwork that says I'm a beer professional.
This-
Cicerone is the word. It's not sommelier. Sommelier is the wine, but Cicerone is the word. And people make fun of it because some of the people that have become Cicerones become super douchebags, so they call
Yeah.
them Cicibros,
hilarious.
Sissy Bros.
My my uncle's got a card that says he's like a professional beer guy. It says it's an AA card. Yeah. He also can't see his kids. That was the one of the certifications.
Speaking of AA, I have when I was younger, I got a fucking Harry Potter tattoo on my arm. Deathly
Wait a
Hallows.
minute.
I'll get there.
That is the craziest fucking like.
So I have the Deathly Hollows back here, and it's a triangle with a circle, which
Yeah,
also
Mike.
happens to be the AA symbol. So some dude, I'm at a bar drinking, and this dude sat next to me. He's like, "Hey man, how you feeling?" I'm like, "I'm good." Bro." He's like, "Are you? I mean, have you talked to your sponsor?" I'm like, "What?
Who we talking?
My weed sponsor? What are you talking about?" He's like, "No, bro. You know." I'm like, "That's Deathly Hollows, bro. Back away."
Yeah. Harry Potter,
God,
dog. It's for
man.
Dobby, dude.
It's all for dabs for Dobby.
That's for Dobby.
We gotta that'll be a Harry Potter film night that you do for the show.
Oh my god.
Dabs for Dobby.
Yeah.
Every time he comes on screen,
just fucking do a fat rip.
dabs.
Oh my god, dude, that's so
or
fucking
he's talked
funny.
about or something.
That's so funny that people
Yeah.
think that you have a AA tattoo.
Yeah, it's also unfortunate, to like I had a blast being in the beer thing, but you get a reputation and some people don't want to hang out with you. It kind of sucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I hit people up like, "Hey man, you guys are in town. You want to hang out?" They're like, "Well, we're not drinking tonight." I'm like, "That's cool. I can still go."
Yeah, you're like, I
chill.
can still not drink.
Yeah.
I don't have to drink. The rock and roll beer guy persona thing that the podcast has got going on. Like people think that's me 24/7.
Yeah,
Like, no,
yeah.
man. I'll drink, and then I'll always have beer on me because that's who
My
I am.
job. Yeah.
It's like
That's
how
who I
have weed
am.
on me.
Yeah, I'll always
It's
have
the same
weed on
thing.
me. Yeah,
Always
exactly.
in a bag.
I always have weed. I try it like if I'm doing an event like Psycho Las Vegas or NAMM or some shit like that. Like I'll try and find other drugs that I don't do. Just to have them.
Yeah,
Anybody have mushrooms? Yeah, actually
Absolutely,
I
bro.
do.
Dude.
I have a bag of them right here.
My friend was just saying how he was like, I feel like everyone just has mushrooms now. They're a
Yeah.
lot more just open about sharing them.
Yeah. Well, now they're doing edibles.
Yeah.
Argos is, I mean, I don't know if I'm not sponsored or anything, but there's a company called Argos. The UFC fighter, Ian McCall, Ian.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So
do the
Ian-
small microdose ones.
Yeah. So I've been trying to get some of those in my life. He said he was going to send me a box. We'll see what
We
happens.
can, we can get you some gummies, no problem. My buddy Michael Oakland, he's the man.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
All right.
No,
Yeah.
we'll definitely hook you up.
He's the dude.
Are you doing edibles? Did you do edibles?
Yeah, I was actually just about to introduce those. So we have some. So let me show you what we brought for you.
Oh, boy.
We got our punch extracts. Ooh. Oh, partner of the show. Sorry, I was fucking burping. I forget how gassy I get when
It's
I drink.
also the hi-fi hops. They're
Oh.
like super carbonated.
Oh yeah,
They get
those
me every
seltzers
time.
too. Yeah. So, God, I can actually kind of feel the. Anyways, all right. Hey, welcome to the show, guys. This is Pete. My name's Frank Castillo. This is our co-host. So, partner of the show, Punch Extracts. They also do great edibles. They have these. Dude, I've been murdering these. They're these berry gummies. So that's 100 for the whole bag, 10 milligram pieces. But I told you I went through like 2 bags at the store, and I killed like 2 of the HIFI hops because I'll just pour them in like a water bottle, and I'll just like murder it as I go. By the end of the night, I like got home and I was just in my bed, and it was at the moment that I was like, oh, I'm fucking wrecked right now. And I had to like hold my wife, and she'll just, because she just thinks I'm cuddling her, but she doesn't realize I'm like going through an existential crisis in my mind. And then,
that happens sometimes.
So these are great. And then we also have the chocolate edibles, 100 milligrams. These bars are great. Got a bunch of great flavors. You also have some delicious malt balls right next to you. And then we have the HIFI hops, which is the other partner of the show. These seltzers are 10 milligrams. They're great.
Is that what this is?
10
milligrams?
The Lagunitas. And you were saying it does. So as a beer guy, does it taste like?
It tastes like bad beer.
Putting that out as the clip. No.
Not that it's bad beer. Like it's gone bad. Like it's lost some of its
Yeah, because it's not beer, right?
Right. Yeah. So it feels like like a oxidized is the word. Oxidized beer.
Yeah.
It's good though.
Yeah.
Does the trick. I think
good
this
save, dog.
These are scary though. Like this is scary. The size.
Do you not do edibles?
I do, but like the size, like all that's 100. Because I will eat that in a bite. Like that's not.
No. Yeah, they can fit in your hand, and you can just
crush all of them. And they just like redid the formula, so like the texture on them too is like a good mouthfeel, and so like when you're high as shit, you'll just kind of keep eating more.
They're nice.
Should I open this?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. No, those are all you. And then if you're not feeling sugar stuff, these are the new. These are the other partner. I think they're other partner of the show. Dude, I've been rocking these, and I love them. They're Sumo Snacks. So they're just snacks. There's like chips. I got a lime. I got salsa verde, and then we got the like ranch. Like if you like Doritos, so the whole bag's 10 milligrams.
That's not bad.
So you can just snack on them.
That's
they're
a good
great.
snack.
Yeah, they're gonna have 100 milligram bags, and I can't wait to crush those.
That's scary too. 100 milligram bags,
but just in a chip.
Are they going to be the big bags, like the Tostito ones?
The big Tostito bags. I don't know.
Like a family size.
If they did like maybe a little bigger than that serving as 100 milligrams, I could kill. That'd be so dangerous.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, now that I think about it.
Of chips.
I mean, I would just eat it. I could kill a bag of chips.
Oh, easy.
Especially if it's that size and it's 100 milligrams. Oh, I'd be killing those things.
So let's see. One of the things that bothers me about chips, not these particular ones, just chips in general.
We'll try it.
Is the bags are always so fucking empty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, have you seen? They have a whole.
But this is pretty good. This seems pretty.
They have a whole documentary about it where it was like because they trap air in them to make it look bigger than usual, and then when you open it, it's just half.
It's also so you don't have crushed chips, dog.
Oh.
Why you gotta be thinking? Stop it.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, it's important.
The bags are hard to open. You gotta use your teeth.
I have the
childproof.
I have a knife.
Even better.
I'm sponsored by Cold Steel Knives.
Lose a finger on the show. Do you know? I don't know if he's Handren. Do you know Handren Seavey? Do you know who Handren Seavey is?
I've heard the names.
Shout out Handren. He's one of my favorite comics. He's started hanging out at the store. He's open mic comic. Now he's like a little more established. I think he's very funny. When he first started coming around the store, I remember he was just everyone was trying to like come and fit in and stuff. And I remember I saw him battle for the first time, and I think I said this. I was like, "You look like the kind of white guy that always carries a knife on him," and everyone just started dying laughing. He goes, "I actually do carry a knife on me all the time," and everyone started dying laughing. And he pulled out of his bag and he holds it up, and everyone just starts dying laughing. And he opens it, and everyone kind of gets quiet, and then but everyone's still like laughing. He puts it away, and then like I think they it was hilarious because like they picked who won, and then the security guard had to kick him off property because he had a knife.
Oh my God.
And then it was just like, yeah, man, don't show your knife. And he goes, oh yeah, you're right, my bad, guys. And then like he was still allowed to come back, but it was also fucking hilarious.
That's good. I mean, that's that. So do I look like I have a knife on me at all times?
That's the thing about having a knife is you never, anyone could just kind of have a knife on them.
Yeah.
I also this is how I know I'm a little bit racist. I assume all brown people have knives on them.
Yeah, it's kind of accurate.
So I was in San Francisco delivering weed once, and it was like the 16th and like Mission bus, like the BART and bus station. Like it's a big area, and some dude, I also turn to the right and I look over and it's some like big dude pushing some like Mexican dude, and he turns his backpack around and just pulls out a chef knife. And I was like, holy fuck, dude. And this is a red light, like, busy as fuck. And I was like, I'm about to watch someone get stabbed.
Yeah, man. You can't fight guys that are on their way to
and he
cook.
was like dead ass. He was like pissed. Like he was going after him. I was like,
He knows his way around that knife.
Yeah, he
it
was just like, I
wild.
will filet man on you.
Yeah.
San Francisco's tight.
Dude, San Francisco's so wild. It's the only place where it was just like, where's your comedy show? Oh, it's in this dope bar underground that's got a cool like feel. You're like, oh, that's dope. And then you got to pass by like 6 people taking a shit. And like, it is ridiculous.
Once you're in there, bro, it's special.
And once you're in there, though, it's special shit.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's some of my favorite places on the planet. Like there's a bar in Florida, Miami called Churchill's. It's the worst. It's the worst. I saw a porn filmed in there once. In the bathroom, and the bathroom, when you look at the bathroom, it's just graffiti everywhere, water on the floor, piss, water, shit, toilet paper all mushed up.
Very romantic.
Hell. But it's our fucking hell, you know what I mean?
But by the way,
you live there, that's our hell.
Yeah, By the way, if you live there and you're into it, you're like, this is fuck city. Yeah. This is our Friday night.
Dude, I broke the sink in there once. We played a show, and right after the set, we play heavy music, so I was dying. So I run straight to the bathroom, and I rested on the sink, like my arms, and it started splashing water on my face, and the sink just goes to the ground, and just water spraying up, and I'm like, well. All right, and I just turned around and left. I didn't tell anyone at all. I just like, whoop, that wasn't me.
Dude, that's great. How long did you play music for?
10 years.
Wow.
I still technically play.
Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff you've seen?
Dude, my goodness. We went on tour once in North Carolina, and we stayed at a crack house. That was good stuff. We played the show. It was like 2 a.m, and we get off stage, and we're like, "Fuck, man! We're all dying, tired. Like, I can't drive." Bartender goes, "Hey, I live across the street. You guys stay there." I'm like, "Oh, cool." Tell the guys, "Hey guys, we're gonna walk across the street." Everybody starts walking towards the house. First thing I notice is there's no door in the building. I was like, "All right, that's a good sign." Go inside of the kitchen. There's just food piled everywhere. The lights are off, and you just see the food, like bones. And I think, oh, that's a good sign. Keep going. There's a room filled with baby toys. And I'm not exaggerating, like 100 baby toys.
But no baby?
No babies. Just like rattles and fucking building blocks. Dude, nuts.
Horror movie.
So I get into the living room area. There's an old lady on a rocking chair, and there's a couple making out on a couch. And they're watching some shit on TV, and I look at the lady on the rocking chair watching the people making out. I'm like, "Hi." She's like, "Oh, I would get up, but I'm too high right now." I'm like, "Oh, sweet. Guys, we got to get going. We can't stay here tonight." They're like, "Fuck you, man. We're going to bed." I'm like, "What?" And they go to one of the rooms and start building their fucking inflatable mattresses and shit. I'm like, "How are you so comfortable? There's some weird shit going on." And they're like, "All right. Whatever, we're staying." I go to the back to the old lady. I'm like, "Do you know where the bathroom is?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's upstairs." All right, I go upstairs, found a bathroom. There was literal shit all over the tub, just in the tub, all on the walls. The toilet didn't look like it worked at all. So I was like, "Yeah, never mind." I turn around, go back downstairs, and I rest up against the wall. I just sat back like this. I'm like, "All right, guys, I'm gonna stay awake. You guys can nap. If shit gets crazy, I'm going to wake you up so we can get the fuck out of here." And I pulled out a joint and smoked a joint and passed out. I wake up, and there's a dude right on top, like hovering over me. He's like, "Who the fuck are you?" I'm like, "I played a show across the street with my band. The band's here. The band's outside. Please don't. The band's outside." And he walks away, and I get up, and the dudes are already packed in the truck. They're like, let's go. I'm like, "Yeah, let's fucking go. What are we doing here?" There was at one point, I remember walking outside at one point before going to sleep. One of the dudes was like with a crackhead lady with no teeth, and she was taking her clothes off, and he was playing music, and he was just like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, so that's tour life.
And that's also the craziest thing is like when you get people that are so tired that they're like Yeah, I'll handle.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I'm okay with this because I need sleep. Yeah.
Dude, I was dying because we drank a lot on the tour, obviously, and there was times when the decision was: do you spend $5 on a burrito? Or do you spend $5 on a fucking 6-pack of beer, shit beer? Like, let's just get a 6-pack. Fuck it. Why? The liquid will keep us full, and we'll get to the next town. We'll get fed. I'm sure. There were times we didn't get fed.
Yeah.
Dude, so I traded in. I had a 2013 Toyota Corolla. I traded it in to get a van to take the band on tour. Third night on tour, the van blows up on the road. I was asleep in the back, and I wake up, and I'm like, yo, guys, what's that smoke? Like, what smoke? I'm like, it smells like smoke. They pull over. The fucking engine was on fire.
Holy shit.
Cool. Now what? And the other band that we were on tour with pulled over. They're like, well, you guys can hop in the truck with us. Like, okay. And then another band that was on tour, not with us, a different tour, saw what was happening. They pulled over, like, the rest of you guys can ride with us.
That's cool.
I'm like, what the fuck? We ended up driving to the venue, playing a show, and then driving back to Florida to get my guitar player's dad's truck so we can then continue the tour after that. And I'm like, jeez. We're already in the red.
Yeah.
By a whole car.
Yeah.
This tour's starting off great.
The red is just
3 days in.
The red just says Corolla. Fucking insane.
I had a nice Corolla, dude. It had that champagne color on the outside.
It's the sacrifices you make, man. That's fucking
you gotta
wild.
do stupid shit like that when you have stupid dreams,
Yeah. It's still worth it though, because
It works.
Great stories.
It's working out for you guys.
Yeah.
This is a dream, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
God damn. It
Going
works.
quite nicely.
Follow your dreams. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, trust. It is very interesting to see like the people that tell me like my aunts, my uncles and stuff who were like, weed's not like weed, all these strong opinions, and then just being like, look what we're doing. We're having a lot of fun.
So your family is against, not against, but just kind of looks down on it a little bit?
Not looks down. It was just I don't hold it against them in any way because I know they were of the time where they had all the propaganda. You know what I mean? Like their whole lives they were told like this is gonna ruin your life, this will ruin your career, blah blah blah. And then now it's just kind of like, hey guys, I'm gonna do a show where I do the thing that you were told is gonna ruin your life.
Yeah. It was so funny, dude. My mother found my 4-foot bong once in the room when I was still living with her. I don't remember how old I was, 15. She found it, took it outside, and threw it in the street. Million pieces. I'm like, what the fuck? She was like, oh, I can't believe you're doing drugs in my house. Wow, the crazy shit. Fast forward a few years, she calls me up, hey, you're coming for the holidays, for Christmas to visit? I'm like, yeah. She's like, can you bring some weed?
You're like, you gonna buy me a new fucking bong?
Like, you owe me $350 right now. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You're smoking weed? She's like, oh, no, I'm not smoking, but I want to smoke before I die. So I took her some weed and we got fucking blasted for her first time, and she was like in her 50s. She's like, why am I so hungry? I'm like,
you know why.
Just eat. You'll be fine.
Fuck yeah, man. That's
You ready to get in this?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, let's do it.
We're doing more?
Yeah.
All
So we
right.
do 3 rounds.
3 rounds.
Yeah.
Just like
So-
2 questions each.
Yeah,
Kinda
so you
fun.
only really have to do 2 more dabs.
Okay.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling it.
Do you?
I'm feeling good. I feel like I do at home most of the time. I get high enough to just pass out later on. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Get some video game time in.
What are you playing?
I'm playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14 right
yeah.
now online. A lot of Call of Duty stuff with the wife because she works at Activision.
Sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. What are you guys playing, Vanguard or just Warzone?
Warzone.
Vanguard we've been playing, and Warzone sometimes.
Yeah.
I like Warzone more, but
We're grinding Vanguard like crazy right now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We played last night. It is also very cool to see everyone yell at each other again. Yeah, just like it's like 2007. He was with me. Like we were in the lobby as we loaded in, just talking, and then I heard a bunch of other people start talking. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And he was like, "Bro, it's Warzone or it's fucking Call of Duty, dog." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right."
yeah, people are talking. People are talking again. It's social life, dude. Final Fantasy 14 has a whole life of its own. It's a second life for a lot of the players.
Yeah.
They don't even play the game anymore.
They already min-maxed everything. It's
They're just sitting around town talking to each other, having conversations. It's
popping
the
in
weirdest
Discords
thing.
and shit.
Yeah, people doing like erotic role play, People like, they have broths. You rent it. You go and you go to a place and you pay money, and
someone's
somebody
like,
sits
house,
down and talks with you. Like a girl will sit and talk with you. It's so crazy.
And it's like fucking JP.
Him and I have 3 characters.
They're all
the female
fucking
characters. They don't appreciate it, man.
I would definitely be a bunny chick for sure.
Round 1.
All right, so what do I gotta do here?
So this first one's the strawberry sundae. It's going to be a straw nana and then Sundae driver. I really kind of get some of that kind of sweeter, fruity strawberry banana flavor of it. It's mostly that banana. But then it has a nice little of that OG kind of finish to it, kind of that gassier taste. The Fruity Pebbles OG also has the Sundae driver is made up of Fruity Pebbles OG and grape pie, and that grape pie is also a very sweet, kind of creamy strain as well. So this one's going to be mostly a sweet berry banana flavor. You notice the smoke on this too is a little kind of creamy and thick.
It's fun to know that the weed game has gotten to the same territory as the beer game.
Yeah, we trying.
Oh yeah, they're cousins.
Because the beer game has gotten to this point where they now have IPAs with like fucking lactose, sugar, and milk in them.
Yep.
They're milkshake IPAs. And
Make
that
you poop like crazy.
You don't like beer, dude. You like daiquiris. You know what I mean? Just drink
Daiquiris
a
are
fucking
fun.
daiquiri. It's fine. Yeah. We're not going to judge you. It's 2021. If you want to have a daiquiri, it's fine. It's not foo-foo anymore. It's weird to me that the beer game got to that point, but it's nice to hear it in weed. Like I prefer, because I can taste the difference. I can taste what you're saying. And the same happens with beer. I can get real fucking nerdy if we want to get nerdy about beer. But, speaking of, I'm having a couple beers made. One of them I can tell you about. It's going to be another RRBG beer. So I'm going to do an IPA this time. We did a lager for this big-ass collaboration. And we called it, I don't listen to podcasts, or I don't really listen to podcasts. That was the name of the beer. Right. So now the next one, I would just want to make it like an RRBG thing. Have it distributed in more places because we only had it at fucking one spot here.
Yeah.
Grill 'em all. That was the only place I had it. And I want to have it more places, build that up. I'm collaborating with people. I can't announce yet, but, if you want, when the time comes, I'll announce the people when they're ready. It's on them. It's not me.
Hell
That's
yeah,
exciting.
dude. That's
Hell
awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Dude.
Yeah. I love
Well, yeah, I
those
think it's
beers.
hops are high in myrcene, which is also a very common terpene in cannabis.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're
They're really lupus, some shit like that. I forget the sciencey name of it, but yeah,
They're like cousins.
They're cousins,
Hops
for sure.
and the
it goes hand in hand, man. It goes hand in hand when you're at a concert. What do you want to do? You want to drink a beer and smoke some weed, right? Am I wrong?
And it's so funny
all we
that like the laws as it is, they really are trying to separate the two. It's like, man, they're so close.
It's so related. Yeah, I don't
Frank.
know what the deal is, man.
If you could choose one band to have an animated series like Metalocalypse, who would it be and
One
why?
band to have an animated series. Oh man, that's tough because it's like
It could be like a group too, like a hip hop group too.
yeah. It's so tough because it's like if you were to do like the bands that are now, so many good bands, but also back then, you know what I mean? That'd be pretty crazy. Like it
I'd
would
like
be
to see what they're doing on tour,
yeah,
animated.
100%, right? Foo Fighters for sure. It would be cool to see. Just Dave Grohl yell at his kids.
They're doing a horror movie.
Oh, are they doing a horror movie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Studio 666, I think it's.
Oh,
called.
hilarious.
I saw him on a Saturday in Vegas.
Nice.
I mean,
Sick.
obviously the Wu-Tang Clan
Yes.
as an animated series would be fucking amazing.
I mean, I don't know why it hasn't happened already.
I think this would be. I don't think this would be funny, but it would definitely be like dramatic, like the whole Death Row Records like era, and like an animated series would be ridiculous.
Interesting. You think it'd be more like kind of like darker, like DC animated?
Yeah.
shit?
Hell
Hell yeah.
yeah, this would be
Interesting.
pretty funny.
What about you, Eddie? You got a band in mind?
I do, but before I forget, I just hung out with the Death Row Records is like fucking in the beer world now.
Really?
They're making beers. They're making a beer for Snoop. They're making a bunch of different beers. I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
It's a
I hung out with
move.
them at Knotfest,
Death
dude.
Brew Records, bro. Sorry.
Death Row Records, and I think they're collaborating with like Beer Tape. I think it's called something like that. But they're making beers. I'm like, let me in. Let's go. I'm the beer guy. I'll help you out. I can start a new show, hip hop beer guy, whatever the fuck.
That's sick.
But for me, band, only because I know the dudes, and this will only make sense for people that know the band well enough. But Mastodon would be cool because their guitar player is out of his mind, and it's like just good times. But you would need to know that. So I don't know. They're up for a Grammy this year,
Yeah,
right?
that's crazy.
They're doing shit. Yeah. Mastodon. Mastodon would be cool, and Every Time I Die would be cool because their guitar player is a fucking professional wrestler.
He's a professional wrestler?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean?
The
Like
Butcher. He's an AEW.
Oh,
That's the guitar player from Every Time I Die.
Is it like acknowledged in his wrestling
Yeah,
stuff?
dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, not like they don't
use
talk
his-
about it like that. He's got a character. He's the Butcher
Yeah,
from
exactly.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
But Jericho's said it on the mic a couple times. He like butchers it all the time. Like his band, he's a great guitar player or bass player or guitar player. I don't know, Andy
so
Williams.
funny. Is that a bit?
Huh?
Is that a bit?
No,
Like him
that's. I
constantly
mean, it
fucking
could be a
up?
bit. It is
'Cause
Jericho.
that's pretty hilarious.
It could be a Jericho bit. He's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I think Every Time it would be interesting just to the whole trials and tribulations of having a guitar player that has to. Dude, he did a show in I believe it was like on the East Coast, Virginia, something like that. Then took a flight to New Mexico to wrestle a match. Right, he got off stage, went to the airport, got on a plane, landed straight to a ring to wrestle a match, back on a plane, and then flew back across the East Coast to keep the show going. I might have the coasts backwards, but he flew from coast to coast over the course of 30 hours to play 2 shows and wrestle a match or some shit like that.
Wild, dude.
That's ridiculous.
Sleep
What
on the
life
plane.
is that, dude?
Yeah.
And not just any wrestling match. They put them on TV, on Prime TV, versus like one of the toughest Japanese wrestlers, like the old school guys that like
Spit
lay it
venom
in.
your face and shit. Like,
Yeah, those guys that'll fuck you up. And so, yeah, I mean, that's the kind of life that I like to live.
Yeah.
You know, just fly around, do shit, do cool shit. Like,
Yeah.
fuck are we doing in an office typing away? You know what I mean? Like, unless it's for your own business, I don't want to be doing it anymore.
No.
It's bullshit.
No. Yeah, I think working for other people's a 20-year-old's game.
Yeah, dude, what is that?
No.
I can't
As
work
we work for other people.
Eddie, which city?
Shout out our sponsors. No,
Which city in the United States do you think has the best public bathrooms?
which city in the United States you think has the best public bathrooms?
Yeah. Whether it's the cleanest or like maybe the most amenities, but like the top-notch public bathrooms. Like I'm definitely taking a shit here.
Where was I? Was at a public bathroom? Okay, cool. Because I think of like a restaurant then. In America,
Yeah.
well, shit. I feel like there's nowhere that's got like a good public bathroom.
I guess it depends.
America does not have.
It could be
good
like at a
public.
nice restaurant or like
It's
hotel
gotta-
or
if
something.
If
like
it's in
that.
a nice restaurant,
Maybe you're staying at
absolutely.
the hotel
Yeah,
or
yeah. I
restaurant,
think
yeah.
Beverly Hills, like they got the nicest fucking bathrooms in Los Angeles, possibly, right? But public restrooms, like not in a restaurant, I don't think there's a single. I would be hard pressed to find a single public restroom that doesn't have shit written on it, doesn't have shit on the floor, and has a full roll of toilet paper. Like there's nowhere. I'm willing to bet money there's not a single public restroom that has that.
The secret is you got to go to those Flying J's. Those are the ones where the truck drivers go. They keep those spigots.
Wait, what?
man. Oh, damn. When you're on the road, dude,
Yeah.
look for Flying J's.
What are Flying J's?
It's a giant gas station, but it
Yeah,
has
yeah.
showers.
Yeah,
It's got
yeah,
a
yeah,
movie
yeah.
theater,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for the dude, like if they're just
I've-
chilling.
Oh yeah,
Cleaned a
those
couple,
gas
yeah.
stations are the
They clean them
shit.
every like 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah, those are like the best.
They're like mini hotels. It's insane.
Yeah.
This is how weird I was about shitting in high school. I hated shitting at school. I would only shit at school if, like, right after the janitors cleaned it. Like once I knew like the
You had
schedule of
the schedule down.
yeah. Then I was like, all right, I'm a fucking I'm a
man,
fucking
poop
blow
schedule.
this shit up.
Are you at that? Do you have a poop schedule now? I feel like I have it down to a science. Like I know exactly when I'm pooping. It's insane.
It's so when I eat, I usually poop right after, because I'm sure my body's like, he's starving, so we don't know when we're gonna shit next. And then, yeah, it's like, dude, if I have dairy, it's bad.
Ooh.
Like I had mac and cheese. I had like 2 bites of mac and cheese, and immediately I was like, I'm gonna be on the bathroom for like 30 minutes, and then I was.
They have
But-
pills for that, by the way.
I know. The first time someone introduced me to lactate, it felt like I was doing
Mind blown,
cocaine.
huh? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. We were on the road. I think it was Jeremiah Watkins that introduced me to it.
Oh, it's
We were like
great.
gonna go get like ice cream, and I was like, I can't eat ice cream. I'm like lactose intolerant. And he's like, no, bro. He's like, have you had these? And he's like, what? And he shows me like the Lactaid. And he was like, just take them. You can do as much as you want. And I took it, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And I literally, it was like it was like I had a fucking binge night. Like I literally had like ice cream. I had fucking like pizza. I had like Italian, just cheesy stuff, dude. And I felt so good afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that lactate fucking.
One of the tour guys told me about this thing called Digestive Advance or some shit like that. You buy it from Amazon. It's the same idea, but it's like more sciencey. And I just take it every time I eat now. I don't even, just in case there might be cheese in it. I don't know. Yeah. I don't really pay attention to orders anymore. I just say, give me that, and then it usually will have cheese on it or something. I should be more careful. I'm in my 40s now, so I got to start eating better.
Yeah, sometimes you catch a wrong meal. That'll fuck your week up, dog.
Yeah.
You're like, what happened? You're like, I had a cheesesteak.
Yeah. I got sick off of fucking spinach pizza once. The spinach was bad, apparently.
I got
E. coli.
Yeah, so you got really sick.
Yeah, it fucking sucked.
Goddamn, bro.
It put me off of pizza for a while.
All right, let's go ahead and
See you
load
in
up
round one?
Yeah, let's go ahead and load up the second one. Do we have 10 minutes left?
No, sorry, that's 30. That's halfway through.
Perfect. Sweet. Sorry, I totally haven't been paying attention. I like how
Frank, you a mess.
I was like, here, this will make it easier. Give me the sign. And then it was like, oh, I'm so high. I'm like, oh, is it the first time you've done that hand signal? Is this the last
Wait,
time?
was that the third one?
Dude, I have a crazy story about something similar that happened to me. I went to, I don't know what it's called. Is it parasailing when you're attached to a boat?
I think so,
And
yeah.
you have a parachute behind you. So I did that, and I was high out of my mind, like in Mexico, on acid, like bad. It was bad. And I'm up there, and the guy tells me before we take off, he goes, listen, you're going to hear one whistle. That means lower one arm. That's going to get you to turn. When you hear two whistles, you pull both arms, you pull down, and that's going to bring you down. What? It's like, just pay attention, look at where we are, and then when you hear the whistle, one whistle is one arm, two whistles is both arms. I'm like, okay.
Remember
fine.
this, otherwise you're going to die. And you're
Right.
like,
So we take off, the fucking thing, you just start running, and you're just flying all of a sudden. Like, and he's like, just sit down. You sit down in the air. Like there's nothing to sit on. He's like, just pretend like you're sitting. I'm like, okay. And then like the straps position themselves to feel like a chair. And I'm just up there like, oh, shit. And I freaked out for maybe like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my God, I'm flying. And then eventually I'm like, well, I should probably start paying attention to how I'm going to get down from here. And I start looking around. I'm looking around. I just see the beach is like tiny little people. I can't even, and I hear a whistle. So I start, pull down the thing with the one arm. And the parachute starts going down. We're going sideways. And then I'm like, where's the second one? And then, is it coming? And I'm waiting, and I'm getting closer to the water. And then I look up, and I see the guy going, no! I'm like, let go of the strap, and then just pick up back and go right back up.
That's so fucking scary, dude.
And I just up there for a while, like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? And crying, like, oh my God, I almost died. So, yeah. Eventually, I found the guy, and I made it down. But holy shit, dude!
how did you make it down?
Eventually, I heard the whistle, and I made eye contact. I'm like, oh my God, okay. He's like, now the other one. I'm like, okay, all right. And you just land, and you land on the sand all fucked up, just. Yeah.
And he was like, how was it?
He's like, you have fun? I'm like, not at all. That was the most terrifying thing I've ever done. I run to the bar to get water, and they gave me a glass of water, and then I got super sick because I was in Mexico, and you're not supposed to drink
The fucking water.
water in Mexico. So I shat myself for like 3 weeks after that. Montezuma's Revenge. It's a real thing. It's not folklore or hearsay.
It's a riot at Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, thank you, sir.
I think they've probably changed the name since.
They have?
I think
I hope so.
Yeah.
There's a video game, or is that just Zuma's Revenge, where you're playing like...
I think
I
that's
think
just
it's
Zuma's
Zuma's.
revenge.
Yeah.
Round 2.
All right, what's this one?
Right, this one's going to be some Mac 1. One of my favorites. We smoked it a few times in the last couple episodes. One of my favorite flowers because it has a very unique smell where it's a lot more floral than normal cannabis. It doesn't really have that kind of gassy or funk to it. It reminds me almost like lavender, but not quite as like pungent. It's very like rose petals or like a different flower smell to it. The taste on it though is a little different. Where you're gonna have a little bit of that kind of floral taste, but then you're gonna get like a nuttiness, like a fattiness to it. that you'll definitely also feel on the exhale. Kind of the way it'll coat your mouth a little bit.
So this is the stout of the flight.
Yeah,
That's what
I
you're
would say
saying.
so, yeah.
When you go get a beer flight, they start you off into lightest beer. Like, oh, this is tropical, fruity. Then you get to more like, oh, this is more piney, whatever. And then more nutty and thick, like heavier. All right.
I don't think I turned yours on.
Just double
it again.
tapper. Yeah,
Do it again.
it'll buzz pretty soon.
Oh, it has to buzz first?
It'll buzz again, but that one goes pretty quick.
Yeah, you know, my hands are used to the buzzing because of the video games. You know what I mean?
Totally. You don't even notice almost.
I don't notice.
I turn it
anymore.
off in my controllers.
I'm starting to think I have to because I'm starting to shake when I'm not playing.
Oh, wild.
I'm like, I'm just constantly running in Warzone.
Yeah, I love me some Mac. It's also really pretty. It has this like it's like really green, but then like almost like covered in trichomes to the point where it's like kind of like flocked like a tree, like it's almost white. And then like as you turn it over, the bottom of the buds have like a light purple, like kind of coming through, like close to the stem. It's really pretty.
Ooh.
It's like more of like it's like plant florally, but not necessarily weed. And then there's that fatty nuttiness to it.
Yeah,
I-
got a little bit of soap.
I
But
just
it's the good kind.
disappeared.
Yeah.
I just disappeared for like 5 minutes. I was like, you were talking, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, did I do this thing that I was supposed to do? And I'm like, huh? Oh, hey.
I mean, you do this all the time. Like I'm
Every Monday.
Yeah, but all the time too. I follow your
Oh,
stories.
yeah. But like,
all the time.
I don't know. Do you think we get higher than we do on Mondays than we do on regular days?
Depends on the day. Because sometimes I'll get home and just like crush a ridiculous amount of edibles, and then that's no.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the highest amount of edibles I think I ever took was like 200 milligrams in Denver. Went to go see Opeth and Gojira at the Red Rocks and Devin Townsend Project or something. And I went and they had like the dispensaries or like, you know, you just walk in and buy. So I'm like, all right, let's go. Give me some chocolates. Bought a bunch of chocolate and just we got to the parking lot of the Red Rocks and I ate it all. And then I didn't really acknowledge like how much I just ate, but it was like 200 milligrams. And by the time the show started, I was a good 10 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Away from my body, just looking at the concert from
Tunnel
above, just
vision.
looking at the audience, and like looking down at the audience, like, wow, this is crazy.
Red Rock's hella pretty.
Speaking of edibles.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, I already did one, but I'll do another one.
I mean, you don't. I mean, hey, man, listen, we're doing a lot of stuff.
Frank's a psychopath.
Yeah, don't feel pressured.
No, it's just I want to try it all.
Yeah.
It's like the beer, like that's the problem with bottle shares when you have friends over. Usually, everybody brings a bottle. Some people bring 2 or 3, and then you end up drinking like 17 different beers, and you don't even realize. Like, well, how are we getting home? Oh yeah, everybody's got an Uber or take a nap.
Yeah, them naps are key, man.
Naps.
Absolutely.
Especially those weed naps, dog.
Speaking of Montezuma's revenge,
Oh, no.
Frank, when was the last time you pooped your pants? And was it funny?
Last time I shat myself was like a week and a half ago.
What were you doing? Just sitting on the couch?
Walking to the kitchen.
You just pooped yourself.
And down.
No, I literally was like, I had woke up, I had eaten something, and then I just remember I woke up, I'd eaten some breakfast. Can't remember if it was, I can't remember what I ate. I just remember I just ate like, it was definitely not a breakfast item. It was like a lunch item that I just ate early, and then I ate it, and then I like got up and I was walking to the bathroom, and then I go to fart, and then it was just like, and it was like not a fart. There was no movement, and there was no like hot air. It just felt like
Just shit.
it felt like but it wasn't like a I feel bad that everyone's listening to this. It wasn't like a solid shit. It was like
Oh.
it filled up my butt crack. It was like it was like one of those things that like
got
you ever
the
see
Hershey
like
shorts.
yeah. You ever see like a construction worker where they like fill up something with like insulation? It was like that, but shit in my butt.
Shit in my butt.
And I was like, and I remember I had to like waddle over to the bathroom like the way my wife does, or women do when you come in them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold it in.
yeah. I had to like hold it in my butt, and I was like,
Clench.
yeah. It was a whole thing.
My goodness.
Why did you look? Why are you looking at the camera that way?
What about you, Eddie?
Last time I shat my pants was in Virginia. I had driven from Florida to Virginia to just go visit some friends and go to a concert. And I held it the entire time. And we drove straight. It's like 13 hours or some ridiculous shit.
Now, when you hold it, can you like hold it and just be like, I'm good? Or are you like struggling the whole time? Like,
There's 2 layers. Depends on how much time we got going on. I mean, the first couple hours, I'm all right. And then like 3rd hour, it's like, gotta stop soon. Because
you feel it building
I feel
up.
the elbow, I call it. I just feel like when you get elbowed real hard when you're not paying attention, it's like, oh, that's key. Like, stop the car. We gotta go. And then we got, right when we got to Virginia, we got to a restaurant that we were gonna have breakfast at. And right when we got there, I opened the door and went to get up, and the motion of getting up was a fart that had, I felt the thickness in the briefs,
Yeah.
It's like, oh no. Get inside the restaurant, just kind of wobble in and like go to the bathroom, take everything out, throw it in the trash, grab the trash. I'm like, I'm taking your trash out.
Yeah, you gotta hide the evidence. You fucking gotta fucking John Wick in it. You're just like,
You gotta hover over the sink and just wash my ass real quick, Like, fuck
and there's
it.
something about like when you shit yourself and you clean up as best you can, you never really get
not good
that.
enough.
It's
No,
never
hell
is,
no.
even if you took a shower, there's still a party that's like, I did this today.
Mm-hmm.
You have that air of like I shat myself at some point today.
Yeah.
And like everyone can kind of see it.
They know. Everybody knows you shut your pants. It's a noticeable shame. Good question, though. How about you?
Probably more recently than I'm remembering too. Probably when I was drunk or something.
Mike, when was the last time you shat your pants?
A while ago, man.
See, he seems like the kind of guy that's got his shit together.
Yeah, like
Hey!
when I was
Alright.
sick, for sure, like probably a year or 2 ago.
Oh, okay.
Like I thought I had it was like right before COVID, and I was really sick, and I definitely shit myself.
Oh, yeah.
Not as funny.
Yeah, I think I got COVID back then, too, man. I was blaming it on NAM.
Yeah, it was like,
January, around late January, I went to NAM, and when I got home, immediately, like, I feel like shit.
Yep.
And then just worse, no smell, no taste, coughing all night. I'm like, I fucking...
So it was the Vietnamese the whole time. No, I'm just kidding. I was talking about
No, there's a lot of Chinese pedal companies on the bottom floor of NAM that are, shipping stuff overseas. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
we lose all our sponsorships. We have a pedal company there. All right.
Yeah.
Frank, with all these celebrities dropping their own alcohol brands, what kind of alcohol would you drop, and what celebrity would you choose to help you promote it?
I would want to drop. I would want to drop the product that rivals Zima.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of deal, whatever that is. Like, because everyone like made fun of people that drank Zimas, but like those things were like, people loved them. They were like hot.
And, they were before I
yeah,
was drinking. Like, what were they?
they're ridiculous. Like,
We would drop watermelon Jolly Ranchers into them, and it turns it into a watermelon Zima, and it's amazing.
Yeah, some of the weirder things I've drinking that were like back in high school was like Mad Dog 2020s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
had
or
that.
whatever, like those like
Oh, my
bright
God.
blue, like
I already have a
like,
headache just thinking about it.
Yeah, dude, that was like my first
no.
like drunk. That and like Four Loko.
Four Loko, man. So
Four Loko wrecked it. That was a time, a period of my life that I do not remember.
did you go to did you have it when it was the OG recipe?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you mean when I woke up in a bush? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I got in a terrible relationship. Yeah. Those are the Four Loko year.
Good Four Loko year. What was your flavor? What was your go-to? I had the watermelon, of course.
The watermelon was great. I remember buying one of those, drinking half of it, blacking out, and then I remember the next time we bought 2 of them, and I drank the first full one, and then I just it was like, yeah.
You want to hear some Miami
killed
shit?
a friend. No.
Yes.
You want to hear some Miami shit? My buddies, when they announced that they were going to take them off the market, they went around and bought all of it.
Yeah.
All of it. We had pallets of it. And then they were like, what are we going to do with this? I'm like, I don't know, have a party? Like, yeah. Let's rent a venue and have the Four Loko goodbye party. We'd drink all of it. I'm like, we're going to kill people.
Yeah, dude. No one
People
is
are
leaving.
gonna
It was
die,
killing
dude.
people.
Yeah,
People are going to die tonight. That's the kind of party you guys want to have.
Because it was, what was it? It was like an energy drink and
Yeah, it
like
just had
a
tons of
malt
caffeine,
liquor.
Yeah.
So like your heart would just be fucking racing, and then you would just be getting fucked up the whole time.
Now I just pour G Fuel into my Four Loko.
Jeebus. I can't do it anymore, man. I used to be able to do stupid stuff like that. I can't go crazy anymore. I think the pandemic ruined that part of me now. Like, I can't go crazy.
Yeah, I don't like the parties. But I was cracking jokes. We went to the shortstop. I got dragged to the shortstop the night my wife was out of town, and it was just 4 dudes just drinking some beers, dancing to Lauryn Hill. It was like, I'm not
Party.
I'm not trying to do coke. I'm not trying to go fucking wild and like, you know what I mean? Like, no bitches were trying to come up to me either. It was great. Like, I love this part of my life where it's just like, yeah, I can go dance with some guys fucking at the club to Lauryn Hill, just vibing.
Fuck it. I just want to dance. Who was it?
Yeah. Someone had the great joke about it. It was just like, I think it was Dane Cook. I just want to dance.
Cook.
Yeah.
I just want to dance.
And I get it, bro. I understand. It made me like him a little bit more. You know? I forgive him. You know?
So what kind of alcohol you think you
Oh,
drink?
You said Zima, no?
Zima.
I said Zima. Yeah.
I'm high, bro.
Why don't you buy Zima?
I mean, I'm sure it's for sale.
Collab with
See if
Zima.
they want to sponsor the podcast.
Hilarious.
Who are you going to choose to co-promote it with you?
Damn it.
Who's going to co-promote your alcohol for you, Frank?
You don't want to co-promote my Zima alcohol. You would want to co-promote, like, if we came out with something like, you know, like dope, like a cool, like, slushy beer, you'd be like, yeah. But if I was like, you want to help me promote my Zima? You'd be like, no.
I'd do anything for you.
Oh, okay. Then JP.
All right.
How about you, Eddie?
Shit. I would like a tequila, and I would get, like, one old dude from Home Depot to promote.
Be the guy.
Yeah. I'll put him in a suit. I'll clean him up. You know, he'll do a great job, I'm sure. Now, if I had to pick somebody, I don't know, man. I'd probably pick Frank Castillo. How about that?
Yeah. What would we sell?
We'll send tequila.
I'm going to do an amaretto with
You're
Paul
Mexican,
Rudd.
remember?
Yeah. You said you're doing amaretto with
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
That's sexy, dude.
That's pretty
yeah,
good.
it
That's fucking sexy.
And that's the end of round 2.
All right. I'm going to load up this last one.
Jesus Christ, guys. Are you serious?
You don't have to do the last one.
I mean, I still want to do a shot of tequila with you
Would
guys.
love to.
Man.
Oh, man.
I'm going to do
That's how we close. That's the closer. That's
a taste of tequila.
That's the closer. Oh, dude, I don't know. I'm glad, like we were saying, we can't really party that much anymore. I'm happily married now. I have a dog that I fucking want to see.
Yeah.
I care about.
Yeah, I got 3 cats at home that I'm like, I got to feed these motherfuckers.
Cats are cute as shit, too.
There's always a
Some
time
cute
when you're
cats.
out. When you're out, like I end up. I mean, that's how I met you guys, or I met Frank at the store, just hanging out. And there's a certain point where the party takes a turn, you know. And I'm like, yep, this is when I go home.
Yep.
You guys go do blow somewhere.
Totally.
Yeah, I don't get invited to the blow fucking
blow
bathroom party visits.
Frank and I head to the taqueria.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
Also, I remember the first time I was in Los Angeles and I got to like see people do blow, and it was at like a bunch of comics doing blow at this one person spot, and we go and I watch them. And I'm just being like a young guy watching people do coke, and I'm just like, oh yeah, you're doing it out of like a fucking pen cap. This is not as like
that's weird.
entertaining as, or like a key. You know what I mean? Like this isn't. I was like, yeah, this doesn't seem like fucking too
There's
fun.
people. They have ones with canisters that like blow it into your nose. Like it's like
Really?
like a spray.
That just sounds neat.
I know. I mean, I gotta say the coke in LA sucks. Don't do it.
Well, I'm sure in Florida, I'm sure.
Florida, different story.
I wonder why.
I'll blame cocaine for a lot of my mishaps in my life that I've recovered from. So let's just say Florida cocaine, though, is clean. Florida MDMA apparently is MDMA. Am I saying that right?
Molly.
MMA.
And
Yeah, the MDMA out there is pretty clean if you know the right people. I'm not drug selling or anything. I'm just saying.
See, that's the always. Yeah,
it was like my super early 20s. Like right when I hit 20 and then like through like 23, it was a lot of that shit.
Nah, just weed and mushroom stuff.
Yeah, that's California. What is it? No, well, you
California
have to
sober.
stop drinking if you want to be California sober.
He's pretty much there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I a bad influence?
No, not at all.
Am I getting you drunk? Am I getting you off the wagon?
No.
Are we back on Alcoholics Anonymous?
Yeah.
Now you gotta go get a whole
Call
Crook
back.
tattoo.
I gotta throw my chips away.
Damn.
Well, you were telling about the bar in Temecula that gives you free drinks for the amount of years you've been sober. You can turn in your chips for drinks.
Yeah.
That's
Shout out
fucking
ETs.
genius.
Shout out ETs, baby.
That's fucking genius.
Final round, Doug.
Hell yeah.
What are we smoking on this round?
This round's going to be the grape gelato cookies. It's a mix of grapes and cream, gelato 33, and Girl Scout cookies. That grapes and cream does have that grape pie making another appearance. So it really is going to have a lot of kind of sweet, kind of grape berry notes to it in the beginning. That gelato 33 is going to add a lot of creaminess to it again. And has like almost gelato 33 also has a different with the creaminess, like a mouthfeel, I would say. The smoke feels thicker. And the Girl Scout cookie is going to add a nice little kind of plant material and then like kind of OG gas to it. But as you exhale, on your exhale, you'll notice the grape from that grapes and cream really kind of linger, almost like a white grape of candy flavor in your mouth, but very light.
Yeah. Now, I had a question, but it disappeared.
Yeah, that's what the show does.
Yeah. It was a question about smoking and tasting. Damn, it's gone. I don't know. Hold on, let me take another hit.
Woo!
Okay. So, why is it that certain weed, like you keep saying OG gas, I'll use as an example laughing gas, the Joey Diaz thing. I smoked it. It tastes like gas. Why is that? Are they using gasoline?
No, it's just like some of the strains, like they have the mixture of terpenes, like kind of just emanate those smells. OG Kush is known for having a lot of that, like kind of very strong pine, and then this like diesely gas smell. And
I mean,
taste
I like
to
it because as a kid, I was
It's
the fucked up
enjoyable.
one, smelling the gas station.
Me too.
Yeah.
Always as a kid. Always.
You're like, oh, I don't know what this is, but this fucking rocks.
I think it's just like combinations of terpenes, because terpenes are found in, that's what smells are made up of terpenes. So even like there's certain strains that have like a stone fruit or like peach mango kind of smell to them, like very tropical fruit, like just to the pin, that are kind of like, naturally occurring terpenes. So
Interesting.
you can kind of liken to them things that you eat or like you see in day to day.
That's very interesting. I don't know if I can afford this hobby.
I'm very lucky. We're very lucky to be in the position that we are.
I
And
gotta
if there's
stick
some
to
stuff
the
out there
beers for
too.
now.
There's like stuff where I've gone and spent like $120 on a half gram of hash because of the taste of the strain, or like who washed it, so I know it's going to be high quality because it's like that's what I want.
And that's crazy too. There's certain people that wash stuff. That means like brewing beer, like you get to, even if you were to give two different beer companies the same hops, I'm sure they could do different things with what their processing methods,
Yeah.
right? So it's kind of the same thing where it's like if there's a certain dude who's like washes hash a certain way, that might be valued more
They
because
wash
of just
it like with water and
Yeah,
soap?
so like when you make hash, it's literally you're taking a traditional hash made with like cured plant material, it's like dry flour basically, and then in your trim, and you throw it into a bag with ice and water, and you let it sit for about 30 minutes, and what that does is actually literally freezes the trichomes in the water, and then you agitate it in a couple different ways, and then basically what it does is it shakes the trichomes off of the plant, so literally the little crystals you see fall off and collect at the bottom, and then you sift them through different micron screens, and then you collect those, and then you'll like dry that, and then you'll take a like almost like a cheese grater, totally forgetting what it's called, like a zester almost, microplane. There you go. You'll microplane it, and then you dry that, and then that's your bubble hash.
Jesus Christ.
And then people
And
are
that's
taking
all-
that and then making rosin. So
that's
they're
all
pressing it.
solventless. So it's
Yeah.
no like
No
additives,
butane,
no
nothing.
fucking nothing like chemicals, no nothing. That's all just water, some fucking physical labor, and process.
God bless them.
Yeah.
God bless the people that sat around and figured that shit out.
Yeah.
Like,
Indians.
whoever sat there and fucking like, you know what? Let me see what happens when I do this.
Or actually, I googled this. I think it was the Nizari Muslims.
The Nizari Muslims.
Yeah,
Interesting.
they made hashish.
Frank, you got your favorite late night spot. Right after you take your second bite, you notice the fat hair in your food. What do? Do you remove it and keep eating? This is your favorite spot. And would the story change if it wasn't your favorite spot?
Favorite spot? I let it slide. Not my favorite spot. Absolutely
Taking it back.
make a fucking big deal. If it's my favorite spot, I'm just like, hey man, this is love, dog. The guy working hard, working so hard, his hair's falling out. That's how you know that shit's delicious.
Add seasoning, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think I've ever sent food back for hair with it.
You know what's dude? You know what's so funny?
I think I've literally just picked it out and eaten it.
I went to Carney's and there was like a hair in my fucking chili once, and then I was like, and then I went back and I told them, and then they threw it away. But then they served me from the same chili bowl, and I just remember looking at them and being like, yeah, it's still fine. I was like, yeah, I don't give a shit.
I like
Yeah,
food.
it depends on the hair, man. Yeah. It depends on the hair. If it's a long hair, like a really long one, I'll get grossed out and I won't want to keep eating.
Yeah.
I won't make a fuss out of it, you know. I just won't eat.
Like,
Fuck,
cool.
I guess I'm done. Like, if it's a small, like curly hair, that could be a pube. It's usually from my beard.
Yeah.
So I don't really. I'll pretend.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
like,
there's-
it's fine. It's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's times where I'm like, oh, that's me,
me
then
the
it's
most
like,
time,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Even if
yeah.
it's not me,
bro.
though, I'll tell myself it's me and just fucking flick it off. I'll be all right. Pretend, you know, play a little pretend.
Yeah. No, I used to have a huge beard. That was the same thing. I always literally just
San Jose
never saw it.
was the famous Wendy finger in the chili
That
incident.
was in San Jose. I didn't know
Yeah.
it was. That's
It was
crazy.
like a few blocks away from where I lived.
Remember that shit.
Yeah.
That's wild.
How much time do we have? I just want to make sure we're.
You're good, but we're at an hour, but you can use your
Oh, perfect. No, I think we're at the last question,
Yeah,
so we're gonna wrap up.
yeah.
I just want to. I couldn't. I'm high as shit. So yeah.
Timestamp. No, I'm saying.
Eddie, if you could choose any superpowers from one bug, like Spider-Man or Ant-Man, what would it be?
From
and
a
it can't
bug?
be Spider-Man or Ant-Man.
Ooh.
Yeah, like if a bug bit you
Bug.
Oh,
and you
okay.
inherited that powers of that bug and had like Spider-Man like powers, or could do things like Ant-Man, what kind of animal would it
Scorpion for me. Scorpion. I know you asked him. Sorry, I'm
you're good.
all excited.
Well, I was gonna say scorpion.
be? Why Scorpion, Frank?
Just because you got that tail and that acid, you know. Also, there is a super Marvel
got the
villain named
pincers?
Scorpion.
Yeah, you got the pincers too, bro.
He's a
the
villain,
pincers,
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess I just picked the villain.
Yeah.
Still got Scorpion powers.
I would do an ant lion.
The fuck is that?
It's got pincers on the
Yeah.
front, like big ones. With like, yeah. I want the horns, and it has almost like a cape. It's like little wings.
Can
you
almost
know?
like fly.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
it's like a devil thing. I don't know, fantasy world thing. I want to be an ant lion. I learned about that playing Grounded with my wife for about 127 hours or some
Oh
shit
yeah,
like
that's
that.
the one where you're like small people fighting
Yeah,
off big
dude,
ants.
it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but online. And I'm like, oh, this is stupid. And then like 10 minutes later, I'm like, fuck,
This is fun.
fuck, I'm hooked. No, I can't stop. Like we would wake up together and like, what, you want a breakfast? She's like, can we go play? I'm like, yeah, let's play.
I wish my wife played video games like me.
Yeah, dude. I understand how lucky I am. That's why I put a ring on her.
My wife looks at me playing video games. She's like,
The other day we got on and she goes, JP's coming over in 2 hours and I get home and you guys start playing video games.
yeah.
He just got off work. What do you want me to do?
And I was like, I'm sorry, babe. I didn't. And he was like, you don't have to apologize. I'm like, no, I'm talking to JP. I'm sorry. Do you want anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, come see me at Decibel Metal and Beer Festival at the Belasco Theater this weekend, Friday and Saturday. I'll be hosting the VIP party, doing interviews with the bands, with the brewers, just getting drunk. It's going to be fun. Also, go to my podcast, RRBG Podcast. I just put something out today with Jake from The Casualties. Just trying to keep bringing in big names and bigger, and the bigger it gets, it just keeps snowballing. So I'm just going to keep doing it. DTH Pod. It's me and Joel Jimenez and Chris. Want to start getting that going, called Down the Hatch. That'll be soon.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, JP.
Thank you, bro.
Anything you got to plug? You want to plug? You're not going to be at a few places. You're like, I don't want people knowing I'm going to be there.
Can we have your home address and your schedule, please?
I don't know what Frank's talking about.
I have an album that's out. It's called Lupe. You can see it on Spotify and iTunes.
Yes,
What
it's
else?
real
I'm
good.
sure I got other shit coming up, and I'm just bad at promoting. Subscribe and like this podcast. Thank you, Sumo Snacks. Thank you, HIFI Hops. Thank you, Punch Extracts and Edibles. Thank you, PUFFCO. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for coming, dog.
Thank you for
Hey,
having me.
have a good one, guys. Thank you.
Peace.